What is going on, chat, man? We are back, and today we are reacting to Michael Jordan has exposed the modern NBA. This was highly anticipated and highly recommended. As you guys know, or if you don't know, we've been reacting to old NBA on my channel. It's been a blast. You guys been putting me on to amazing content. I learned so much solely just from, basketball, old NBA, NBA. It really goes a long way, honestly, thanks to you guys. But, with that being said, let's get straight into the video. I don't know what to expect, so let's get it. Let's go.
The guys are coming to watch me play. I don't want to miss that opportunity. Now, physically, if I can't do it, then I can't do it. But physically, if I can do it, and I just don't feel like doing it, that's a whole different lens.
Okay.
It might not be in the team's best interest, in your best interest, to play all 82. Is that something you thought about at all since you made the goal?
That's a goal, but we'll see.
The next day.
I'm available to go and be in the pro. If OBJ.
I'm a big LeBron fan, bro. But, like, sometimes it genuinely does get hard to defend him. Like, we've been over this. Jordan is a hard-working guy. Like, genuinely a hard-working guy. And to see, the GOAT of my generation, at least that's what I think, him to do something like this, it doesn't make sense, chat. It just genuinely doesn't make sense.
He shows up, he might score 100.
I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of.
Okay.
I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact.
And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Hello. You know what's actually crazy? When I seen LeBron say that on, live television, I actually was heartbroken. Genuinely, I was heartbroken because, this guy is the GOAT of our generation, and for him to say something like that, Gen Z generation, I'm not saying, all-time GOAT. I agree that, Jordan is the GOAT. On one of my videos on my channel, you guys can go check that out. But it was genuinely crazy. Like, it was genuinely crazy when he said, it hurt my heart, man. It hurt my heart.
Oh, you play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.
When it comes to the past decade of NBA basketball, and especially the 2020s, it's been a time dominated by the players, run by the players. As looking at Adam Silver, he's downright spineless and inept at his job. And problems used to be fringe problems, very minor problems, have now ballooned to the NBA's biggest problem.
The fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket.
Big respect to Jordan for that. Genuinely big respect.
To get money to buy the ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck at the Palace in Auburn Hills to watch you when you came to Detroit?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me and I want to shut him up.
But I used to always think like somebody, it might be that kid or that person's only opportunity to see me get down.
Kobe didn't want to disappoint his fans, especially the ones in the 300 sections that saved up to watch him play. I remember asking him why.
Kobe did that too? Oh my god, this is making us LeBron fans look horrible. Genuinely horrible. Oh my gosh.
He couldn't just sit a game out because he was hurting. He said, "What about the fans that saved up to watch me play just once?" He never forgot about his fans.
For guys like Kobe, Jordan, Iverson, they weren't just great NBA players, cultural icons. They were guys who understood a very simple fact: the fans in the sport, they matter a ton. That back in the day was common sense. Nowadays, saying the fans matter, they're important, will get to the side eye from a ton of NBA superstars. As of course in their era, their belief system is pretty simple. It's them, the commissioner, and then fans, in that order.
That's not right.
No, it isn't.
The NBA right now being a billion-dollar business.
Jordan cared about his fans this much, and he was probably the most famous athlete of all, not all time, but of NBA history, the most famous athlete of NBA history. That's crazy that he gave time for the fans, genuinely.
Why it's so successful,
I feel like LeBron does the same, but it's just like, I don't know, man.
isn't because guys who are currently playing. Why it's so successful is the guys who came before them who had a standard league-wide of playing games and playing hard. And of course, looking at those eras, the one thing was always valued was the fans' dollar and the fans' opinion on the product on the floor. To anyone who pays attention right now, the NBA is in a very, very tough spot in a rut of an era. So ask the question, how do you get out of that rut and restore the standard? Well, look at someone like Michael Jordan. This guy's interviews on NBC, while short, make a big-time impact. When Michael Jordan says something, people do listen. As great as guys like Charles Barkley are...
Actually, like, if Jordan says something, everyone's gonna listen. He has that much of an impact. Like, I know Jordan's like, you know, he's big dog and everything, but he has that much of an impact.
Iverson, even Magic Johnson. Those guys in the public spotlight, pretty often, they give interviews regularly. Someone like Jordan, he rarely ever talks. And now being on NBC, him signing off more often should put tons of pressure on these players to uphold the standard and restore the NBA's greatness.
You know, I need to get out there and show what I'm capable of. I want to play. I want to win. I want to make an impact. And I twisted my ankle. I taped it up and I went back out and I played. You know, and I felt that. I always felt that. And in all honesty, I wish I could take a magic pill, put on shorts, and go out and play the game of basketball today. Because that's who I am. That's that type of competition, that type of competitiveness is what I live for. And
do you think if Jordan can actually take some like drinking potion or something, you think he would genuinely whoop NBA Today, chat? Let me know down below. Like, do you think this guy's going head to head with MVP SGA? You guys think he's gonna be going against Nikola Jokic? Let me know down below.
And I miss it.
So stopping Jordan right there very quickly. Again, this guy's appearances on NBC, they're very, very short, concise, but there's gems hidden within them. And look at those first two segments, what's the underlying theme?
Okay.
The first episode, you play for the love of the game, you don't play for money. The second episode, basketball is important, the fans are important. Those two underlying points right there are basketball in the 80s and 90s were so prosperous. When Michael Jordan speaks those common truths, things everyone already knows, who he's talking to isn't guys like Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, or James Harden. That era's already too far gone, they've done their damage. Who Michael Jordan's talking to isn't just younger NBA fans, but younger NBA stars. Guys like Wemby, Flag, Maxey, the next guys up in the 2030s era.
You know, it's all about winning championships and winning. You know, the stats that matter to me is the games that we win and the rings that you collect.
Oh, it ate at him bad that he didn't win that national title against.
A lot of players haven't won rings in this era also. So, do you think they're like James Harden, for example? Do you think he's like a top caliber Hall of Famer just based off his career? Let me know down below also with that.
Imagine. That was something that just burned him.
He won that championship. I was pissed. I want him one.
How disappointed are you?
Well, you know, I just hate losing. You know, it's a tough loss.
How much harder will you work in this offseason now to get back to the championship?
I'll push myself to exhaustion.
Now, that right there was three NBA legends, Magic, Bird, and Kobe, all top 10 players, icons of the game. But looking at those players, Kobe, he played in one era, Magic and Bird in the other. What was the underlying theme? When these guys lost, they were heartbroken, and it mattered. And of course, when they won, that was everything.
Now, when they lose, now they don't care. They're actually just downstairs playing games in their house. It's crazy.
Even though Kobe didn't play Magic and Bird's era, he was drafted in 97. That overall attitude mentality, it carried over into his era. And looking at the bridge of those two eras, it was undoubtedly Michael Jordan. So looking at those guys in order, going Bird, Magic, Jordan, then Kobe. That era to a lot of NBA fans is the golden era of NBA basketball. The era, not the golden era, is the current era and the 2010s. Now, speaking of the 2010s, one year I point towards the death of the NBA was actually in 2016. As looking at that season, Kobe Bryant, he retired. Tim Duncan, he retired. Then Kevin Garnett also retired. Looking at those guys right there, all drafted in the 90s, their primes in the 2000s, and the 2010s, they were sent packing. If you want to pinpoint the exact year the old school NBA died, honestly, I think it's 2016.
I suit up every night. Banged up, hurt, whatever, 100%, 30%, numbers. It's my heart, and you can't measure that.
You see, I liked when players actually thought like this. Like, no matter what, I pick like your job at the end of the day is be a basketball player. It's not just basketball at the end of the day, because that is your job.
What's driving you? You play hard. You always play hard.
That I'm losing. I'm losing.
For someone like Kevin Garnett, the vast majority of his career played in Minnesota with very little teammate help and inept management. But despite that, Kevin Garnett was a competitor who always knew winning, that was the end goal. And of course, when he won, he was over the moon. For someone like Garnett in Minnesota and Boston, this guy was so invested in basketball, invested in winning, he would have played for nothing. Looking at a lot of the players of the 2010s, can you say that about them? They'd play for no salary, just play for the love of the game. A lot of those guys only play for money, only play for the fame. And of course, winning is downplayed.
Ben Simmons is a prime example of this. He doesn't even play basketball. He played straight for the money, and then he gave up on basketball.
Constantly.
And I am at a point in my career now where I don't lose sleep over that. Like, fuck, how did me and Luka lose? And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
For someone like LeBron James, the quote-unquote face the 2010s, face the 2020s, having that attitude mentality was cancerous to his entire era. And looking at LeBron's comments, it's like a kid in middle school loses the game, walks up the court and says, I wasn't trying, who cares who won the game? LeBron's overall mindset is the mindset of a toddler and a middle schooler. As of course, when he
can't even defend LeBron there. I feel like that was very lame to say, genuinely.
Winning all of a sudden does matter. When he loses, not losing sleep, just basketball. Let's move on.
Why is ring culture so much more prevalent in the NBA than in other sports? I wish we had a simple answer.
I understand the rules. Like, Charles are great. Karl Malone's great. Patrick Ewing's great. They're not at the table with Magic, Bird, LeBron, Kobe. It's levels to this shit. And I ain't mad at that. I understand that.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport and why it's the A-all, B-all.
For a lot of the players in the 1990s who didn't win championships, guys like Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, despite not winning championships, they knew winning always mattered, and in the end, their legacy would be judged very harshly for not winning. Those guys understood that as a part of the deal of being a superstar player. And just because you don't win doesn't mean winning doesn't matter. In LeBron's era, what's the one thing he's done over and over again? Downplay winning and the importance of competition. In Michael Jordan's era, the prosperous 90s, the value of winning and competing was at an all-time high. And think about this. If you're a superstar player, megastar, face of your franchise, and you say winning doesn't matter, the fans who watch you play, they're going to be inclined not to watch.
Yeah, and also the future kids that, get into basketball, if they lose, they're probably not going to try as hard to get better because, it's just basketball. It's not serious at the end of the day, which that's crazy.
Because of course, this guy doesn't value winning. It's his stats, it's all good, I'll check out, I still got paid.
I'm averaging a triple-double in the finals, I'm pretty good, I would think.
Because at the end of the day, all the people that was rooting on me to fail, at the end of the day, they got to wake up tomorrow and have the same life that they had before they woke up today.
But it turns out he's a real douche.
The importance of someone like Jordan being involved in the NBA goes beyond his skill set, talent, and even his championships. As Michael Jordan made the face of the NBA, he understood some very common truths about the fans and the importance of playing. In LeBron's era, all those standards expectations have been torn down and stomped on. As of course in LeBron's era, winning does not matter. Loyalty is BS, and the fans are irrelevant. For the root of the NBA's problems in the 2010s and 2020s, it boils down to those 3 points. And looking at LeBron, for his overall legacy, that's what he's left.
You were the chosen one! Bring balance to the force, not leave it in darkness!
So that right there is the end of the video, and I'll say one last thing. Can Michael Jordan and NBC, quote-unquote, Save the 2020s? I don't think so. But what Jordan can do is save the 2030s and the next era of NBA superstars. As of course, looking at Jordan, when he speaks, people listen, and hopefully follow his path in the 1990s. Best case scenario for these Jordan interviews, the players listen, kind of get embarrassed, and kick it into high gear. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, they tune him out and go the exact opposite way, the path of LeBron James and the 2010 stars. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.
Chat, we really gotta talk about this. Like, I really genuinely forgot LeBron said that. I can't even defend that genuinely. There's no way, because it's just basketball. Like, that defeats the whole purpose of it being fun if it's just like you just think like that. But this is the end of the video. Jordan actually was spitting facts. I'll be completely honest. He was spitting amazing facts. I appreciate you guys for recommending me this video. But this is the end of the video, chat. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. And I'll catch y'all next time. Yes, sir.